Good morning out there, everyone. I am Karin Braxton, and I'm happy to be coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana today. What is today? September 2nd. Happy September, everyone. Happy fall, beginning of fall almost. It is September 2nd. Tomorrow is a big day. It's always... We've been waiting for the new catalog, the mini holiday catalog to start, and today, here we are at September 2nd already. I am coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana. It's a beautiful sunny day. I've had to even pull the blinds, it's so sunny. It is about 68 degrees. It's going to get up to the 80s today. I'm going to just check now to see if I can find myself. Good morning, Cindy. Good to see you this morning. Let's see once here if I can find myself. There we go. Yep. Alrighty. Glad you found us, Cindy. I just got on too, so let's see if I can find this little thing to... There we go. There we go. Hi, Levon. Good to see you this morning too. And let's see here. Let's just a second. Give me a second. Takes 3, 4, 5 minutes. Hey, Kathy, you're all popping on pretty quickly today, so that's great. I have 2 really neat projects, both using new product. Tomorrow we have a lot going on. We have our new catalog, our new September to December mini catalog. We sometimes call it the holiday catalog. Can't show you the inside. Got it paper clip closed so I don't accidentally open it. And yeah, it is a gorgeous day today. And then the other thing that's starting tomorrow are the online exclusives. And I have mailed out some catalogs. And if you still need a catalog or the online exclusive, this is only on the computer. You have to look for it. You have to go to stampingup.com and you can search under the menu. You can go to my website and it's very easy to find once you know how to do it. It's quite easy. And there's just a wealth of information out there and it changes all the time too. Okay, let's see. Once we have, also tomorrow there'll be some new kits and I did not get to see a sneak peek of the kits. They didn't show us them, but I think that we're going to have something related to Christmas. That's all I know. So let's turn the camera down. Let's see if we, I always appreciate thumbs up, like, share, all those things really help me. So we had 2 rainy days last week, really 3. My brother's family, my brother Keith and his wife and children, his married daughter and their little baby were here, and my nephew. So it's been really a good week. We had 3 days of solid rain, basically, when they arrived. My sister-in-law got to come to a class with me, one of my classes last week. That was fun. Hey, Denise, good to see you watching this morning. And then we've had just gorgeous weather. We had a big barbecue on Labor Day, on Sunday night. I think we had 17. We were supposed to have 19, but our granddaughter, who's 23, Grace, had a sore throat, so she and her boyfriend couldn't come. But anyway, we had a big group, and it was really a fun evening. So, alrighty, let's turn the camera down. Let's get started. Close your eyes if you get a little dizzy. Here we go. I do have a cookies, cards, and coffee this Thursday afternoon. And let's see if I can get that turned a little bit straighter. There we go. And these are the cards that we're making. So you've seen some of these before. And so it's a cookies, cards, and coffee is my card class each month where it's a free with purchase. So you can, if you buy 25, if you make a purchase of $30, you get everything free, all the cards free. Yeah, otherwise, you can just pay a straight $25. So that's what I have on the agenda this week. And then next week is another Christmas class. I know it's a little sudden, but this will be class number 2. This will be using the North Pole. And this is one of the cards, and I'm not doing this one today, but this I was inspired to make this offset flap vertical fold from Lola Risk. Lola is a friend of mine from Kansas City, and we've been in lots of leadership groups together. Anyway, I thought this was such a cute card. I cased it, not completely, but very similar. But we're doing a bunch of these cards today with this flap where everything is glued down here, but then it just opens up like that. So that is the offset part of it. Anyway, that's what we're doing. And this is the first card. So let me see how this is looking. So let us know where you're coming from, what you're from. Denise, I think, I know you're from Colorado, and Cindy Garfey is on here. I think Cindy's we can't see her messages, they're hidden, but I know she's on here, and she's from Colorado also. So this is the first card we're going to use. It's called Autumn. Gathering Moments is the designer paper. Let me show you the paper first. This is this is an online exclusive. That's featured, and that is coming tomorrow. So you can get the paper, the stamps, the dies, these beautiful Cajun Craze. There's an embossing folder, twine. It's a great suite for sure. It's beautiful. It's got lots of gold in it. Let me show you the embossing folder. We're not using that today, but it's a giant one. It's called Gathering Leaves, and you can see how this is it's great. I really, really like these bigger embossing folders. You can actually get 2 mats out of these, but it's very nice. I don't know if you can see that. And then these are this is the stamp set that we're using, Gathering Moments. It's got these giant size dies. It also has dies that cut out these distinctive stamps. You're going to see they're very distinctive. They are red rubber, and they stamp beautifully. I actually love the red rubber. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Look how big these stamps are. And then they also have some holes in them. Now, I have not done this. I did run some of these off. And where do I have them? I don't know. Oh, right here. They're pretty cool. They're really, really neat. I think they were designed more for scrapbooking pages and for lacing, taking a needle and thread, and hey, Becky, good to see you. Lacing, card lacing like we did as kids or your grandkids have done. So it's really quite an addictive set. I really liked it. I have liked playing with it, and I've just started playing. So that's that set. Really nice sentiments. Thinking of you, many thanks. Your friendship means the world to me. Gather. A good Thanksgiving one. Expressing heartfelt gratitude. We always talk about gratitude and being thankful in November and the fall. So, and then the designer paper is 12 by 12. It's a specialty paper because it does have that gold in it. And I'm going to just run through these real fast because I don't have my little booklets yet, but isn't that beautiful? And then this is the reverse side of it. And here's another one. And this one has gold, green, old olive and gold. And then this one is the basic beige and Cajun. It's so funny because we don't use Cajun, rarely do we use Cajun except in the fall, and then we use it a lot. This one is beautiful, beautiful plaid and sort of a brown speckled. Yeah, that's a good one. You ordered this suite the other day. Yeah, it's a good one for sure. And then here's that same pattern, but it's got the beige on the background. Let me just show you. I did not realize there are 3 totally different sheets until I cut these into card fronts. So one has a beige, and one has a white, and just Cajun and beige and brown. And then this one has gold and green. So there are 3 different ones. And then they have 3 different backs. It's just sort of a neat paper. So that's going to be available starting to, well, actually at midnight tonight. So you can, if those of you who that's midnight Mountain Time. And this little piece right here is from this sort of curved rectangle is from the Nested Essentials. So it's this one right here. Nested Essentials. Okay, let's make our card. We're going to make a brown version this time. So I'm going to start with a piece of Early Espresso, and it's a top folding card. These are top folding cards. And what we're going to do is take our paper trimmer. Hey, Jeannie. Yeah, it's gorgeous paper. I am going to cut at 1 1/4. And I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to go 1 1/4 all the way to the fold line. So lift up, that's all it is. It makes it's an easy, fun fold. That is all we have to do. And now what we're going to do next, so this measurement is, let me get these out for you so you can see them. So this card, it was 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it at 5 1/2. And I cut up at 1 1/4. Now, I'm going to take, I could either do a beige inside or a white. And I'm actually going to do white this time because I did beige last time. So we're going to just put that back inside. And that is 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to put this in our card. We're just going to adhere this. Just like that. I don't know why I put the adhesive on that. I just did. I don't know why. But doesn't make any difference. We're just going to put that down so we have equal borders. Take that away. And now this flap is going to be adhered down. Just that flap. Now you could definitely do this on the other side too. So I'm just going to open that up. And this is going to come down like this. Like that. You can see okay. And there we have it. And so this is the bone. These are the bones of our card. Just this flap like this. Okay, now we're going to take our piece. We have some designer paper. And I have this one has the yellow in it and the green. And then this one, that's what I used the last time. That's this one. This time I thought I would use a different one. This one is all browns. Here I've used Cajun. So this time I'm using the browns. And it's 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to, I love that back. The back of this too. It's just beautiful paper altogether. Just going to turn this around so I can see it pretty well. This brown is dark, dark, dark. I'm just going to open this up so I can see it better on because I can't get my head over there, because otherwise my head would be in the camera. So there we go. Oops. And there it is so far. And then we're going to take a little strip, and the small DSP is 1 inch by 5 1/4. I went back, I hadn't made one of these cards for 2 years. I looked way back at my videos, and there was one of my cards about 2 years ago. So I love this side too with the little gold on it. It's really cool. So that's just 1 inch. All of these measurements I will have, I mean, you could put it like that. That's nice too. But I like that plaid. I just think I don't know, plaids are perfect for fall. I used to do a lot of sewing, and all of my life, and I always loved working with plaids in the fall. You know. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Just very, very pretty. Now, this one we probably could have used, it looks, there's a lot of white in there, so that's why I wanted to use the white inside. Okay, now let's get our pieces out that we're going to be using the Cajun gems. These are Cajun with gold in them, and they're beautiful. There are 3 sizes of those, and just as nice as can be. So we're gonna stamp on this, and let's see, once we're gonna stamp on some little pieces and some card, and we're gonna get our little, this is our little tag. We also, or we could use that, but I sort of like doing in the same color as, I sort of like doing the same color as the base is my thinking. So that's gonna go there. And let's see, once if that is just about it. We're gonna do some stamping now. Let's get our stamps out and our ink. Got those all right here. Got some brown espresso. I'm gonna just set that there. And we're gonna just move this aside. All of my measurements will be on the video. Just click under more and give me about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. They're all typed up. And then after the video is ended, the measurements will be right there. We're going to, I've got 2 of these, so I'm gonna, these are red rubber, so we do not need the foam mat. So anytime we have a red rubber stamp, then we do not need that foam mat, piercing mat. So I'm just going to give it a good little let it hold right there. And here I forgot to open up my chamois. So got my chamois right over here to the side. I'm going to give it a good clean. And then we're going to do some leaves. I'm going to close up on the inside. We're going to do our stamping. Let's do the same thing. Expressing heartfelt, we can do that right away. And you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure it's on there because it's red rubber. You can't see through. Let me just stamp it and see if I can get this. Yep, it looks straight. So hopefully it is. We'll see. It's a little hard to see when I'm so far away from the camera. So I'm going to pull it a little bit closer. There we go. It's a little bit downhill. And I got a little smudge right there. So we're going to put a little leaf or something there. Let's put that brown away and get in. I had to re-ink some of my ink pads. My mossy meadow was in dire need of re-inking, and so was my crushed curry and my Cajun, all those things that we don't use a lot of. So I'm gonna use, I think I'll put some Cajun. I'll put a nice big Cajun flower right there, or leaf, where that smudge is, right there. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that a great distinctive stamp? You wanna see the lines. Let me just put a little tiny set of, I'm gonna just add a little bit of yellow gold right there. There we have that. And now let's do some stamping for this. We're gonna put that together. That's gonna go, where did I put that? Many thanks is right here. Now we're gonna do some, we're gonna put some leaves on there. Do you see what I did here? I did sort of a little bit of a collage-y kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do again. And we're gonna use, I am gonna introduce a little bit of yellow in this one. Okay, let's see, let's put this aside so we don't make a mess. And let's see, let's get this one out, and we're going to stamp. Let's see, one's here. Oops, the daisy. Let's see if we can do this. I have 2 ways we can do it. We're going to stamp that. Let's just make sure that's the Cajun. Oh, I meant to do that one yellow, so let me just do that one yellow. Let me just try that yellow. It's actually crushed curry, so I'm going to do that's a stamp. Now this is the second generation, so there's the second one. And I'm also going to do and then I'm going to do some berries. We're going to do some Cajun. I'm going to stamp off a little bit on those. There we go. And then we'll do some little Cajun berries like that. I think that's plenty. I'm not thrilled about that one, but I think I'll fix it by just taking my blender pen. That blender pen stays right in my toolkit. You can make it a little darker, and that's what I'm doing. It's got like a glycerin or something in it there. That's a little better, I think. I like coloring with my ink pads and the glycerin or my Wink of Stella. Okay, all right. Now let's do some stamping, and we're gonna do. I'll just show you a few things, okay? We're gonna have a few things to pick from. We're gonna do some yellow. My yellow is going to be this one. So we're gonna do a yellow. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do a couple of those like that. And then we're gonna do some acorns in the espresso. Isn't that a great acorn? Oh my gosh. Great acorn. Some of these little, let's do a big one in, let's just show you the green so you can see what it looks like. I'm not gonna use green on this one, but it's pretty. There we go, isn't that great? I love that. And I think we got enough space in there for some berries. We're gonna do that too. We're gonna do the berries in the Cajun like that. And you can see how distinctive they are. Distinctive means it has sort of a shading, blending. Stampin' Up! Has the right. They have the copyright for distinctive stamps. They started those, I don't know when it was. I've been a demonstrator for 13 years. And I think it's been maybe about 7 or 8, 9, 10 years. Once I had started it, it was great. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do these in yellow. Just so we have them. And then they were like that. Okay? And then we're going to, through the magic of TV here, I can have them all die cut out from my little bag, magic bag here, and everything is already die cut for you to see. There we have it. Okay, and now we're gonna just sort of this is like making your own ephemera. So now, let me just put those aside. Okay, we're gonna glue we're gonna adhere this onto our brown espresso label. Oops. And then I want to put this on with a oops, the daisy where everything is sticking. There's a lot of static electricity. Something fell on the floor. I don't know what it is. We'll just have to wait and see. So I don't have any big pieces, so we're going to use some of these other ones that are like little. I should have cut some. I didn't. I've been using them so much. Let me see what's here. We'll just put a big one right there. And we've got another one right here. This one we're gonna just make a little, we're gonna cut it in half like that. So, I don't know what I was so, I've been busy. We've done a lot of cooking, and so it's been a good week, but it's been a busy week too. So Terry is leaving today. My brother is leaving. He's already left. And Terry has left. He's going up to British Columbia to go boating. I probably should not have put that yellow in there. I can see that now. I don't really like that a lot. But it's sort of, we're going to just stop right there. And I can see that I made a mistake right there by, let me just cut that off. So, word of advice, do not put dimensionals all the way to the edge. I was trying to leave them away from the edge, but I sort of forgot about the side. So we'll just peel those off. That'll work. So you can cut them like that. And tuck that inside. There, that's going to be just fine. And we could even put an acorn on it like that too. I sort of like that maybe because that covers up a little bit of that yellow, but that yellow is right there too. So I think what we're going to do is I think I'll just do that. I'm going to put an acorn on that just to cover up some of that yellow in that. But I don't want to cover up the thanks. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. Maybe like, just like that. There we go. We'll just live with it like that. And now we're going to add a couple flowers. So what I should have done was I should have done some brown maybe. We're going to just add, we're going to add one of these and maybe a little bit of some of these, sort of like that. Just with having a couple of Cajun Craze things right there. I think we'll just do that. So now I'm going to take my silicone mat and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on this one, put it on top like that, and then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put just adhesive on the bottom. I want the top to stay loose, okay, like this. And now I'm going to just making sure that I don't get adhesive on underneath. Okay, there we go. And that works out just like that. And we can either put if we want to put another berry on, we can. I think we're going to get too busy, too much. I think we'll stop right there. So all these are bits and pieces that we can save for more cards. For sure. I like the size of these. They're really nice. A nice set of distinctive stamps for sure. Let me just wipe these off and put them into the tray. And then we're going to add some gems here. We're going to, let's see once. Which do you like better? Do you think you like the Cajun with the green and the yellow? Or do you like the browns with the more of the Cajun and brown? So we're going to add a gem. I'm going to put one down here on the bottom. We're going to put a medium one right here. We're going to put a small one. I love it when they give us 3 sizes. We're going to put another one right. I don't know about that. Let's see once. Right there. So we have a nice little triangle right there. And there is our card, our first card. And I think I definitely know which one I like better. But which one do you like better? This one I use the basic beige. This one I use the white. And there we have it. I'm out of the camera half the time. Sorry about that. I'm going to move this over a little bit so when I can bring it down. There we go. I think that'll be better. Okay, that's our first card. The second card, we're going to do a lot of playing. We're not going to do any stamping at all, but oh my goodness, you're going to love it. Just love this next one. This is a Christmas, and I've got two to show you. Here's the envelope I made. And here is the easy card. This this card does not have any mats. I didn't think it needed them. It's very easy. I love this. This paper is called, what are we using here? Christmas. I've used a bunch of it already. It's like this. It's a 6x6, and it comes, mine's a mess. It comes in, it has papers that you can cut into tags like that. I love that plaid. It's just the best plaid in the world. This is all available starting tomorrow, and I believe it's on page 12 or 9. I'm not sure. It's in the front of the catalog. And then you have some that are like this, where you can slice off the crumb cake and just use that. And there's the back, really pretty. Some different designs. I did a really cool little gingerbread. Here's another one with a, so on the back of that you have, you know, something you can use. And then it has all these little things you can punch out. And mine is actually, it is a mess. But, because I've got 2 packages in here, but it looks like this. I'll show you. I have put all of the little pieces, bits and pieces into one of our plastic stamp cases. I don't know, these are in the catalog, or I'm not sure, but you can get like 4 or 5 of them for $9, $8. But I love these. I use them all the time for my ephemera, and these are all like bits and pieces of ephemera that were in this set. For $12.50, you get a huge amount of things. Huge. Lots. And we're using the Spotlight on Nature dies, the one with the slots in it. You can see through that. That's been around for a year and a half or so. Here I made this one this summer at our retreat. This is that green plaid. Garden green plaid. Nothing better than that. Joy. Love that paper. And let's see one. So here is the card, and you can see all the ephemera on top. And 'tis the season, and then Happy Christmas. This is from this. Oh my gosh, I love these. They're called Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera, and you're going to love them. They are, first of all, you can punch them out. You can punch these out, and then they are stickers. I started gluing them, and then all of a sudden it started coming off. It's really, really, really cool. Hey, Carla. Hey, Becky. Good to see you all. Let's see. Yeah, if you're enjoying my video, make sure you thumbs up, share, all those things. So it's so good to see so many of you on here today. But this is, I think they're $10 or $9, $8. They're, oh my gosh, you get 6 sheets. And I don't know how many you get on a sheet, but a lot. And they're all Christmas, all golden white, and just an excellent, excellent set. I'd highly recommend it. So I'm going to set that right there, and we're going to make our first card. It's going to be different than this one. We're using these gems that are from the traditional sparkling sequence. It's from that suite. I don't have many left. I can't wait to order more of those because I've used so many already in my month that I got to pre-order. Okay, so our card is, we're going to just set this right there so I can take a peek at it while I'm working. And we're going to use, I don't know, maybe we could use a different base, but I'll show you what I have planned. This is soft seafoam, garden green, crumb cake, or cherry cobbler. I can use any of these. You tell me what you'd like me to use. Which one do you want me to use? I'll show you what I've gotten for my, this is my designer paper, plaid, or the same as I did the last one. So there's that. Should I use plaid, or this is mistletoe? And it's 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So this card has real red and cherry cobbler in it. So there's that. There it is on the sea foam. What would you like me to use? You tell me, okay? There it is on the green, and here it is on the crumb cake. Looks like on the crumb cake one, there we go. There it is on crumb cake. So, what do you think? Which one should I use? The comments don't seem to be coming through. Hey, Kate, yeah, now I see Cindy said Cajun, but we're back on a different card. Hey, Carla from Wisconsin. Okay, and then we have this little piece that's designer paper. That's the little strip, and I have two. We're gonna wait and see. So if you want me to use plaid, I'm gonna use plaid, and then I'll use that one to go with it. If we do that one, it'll be that, but that would be the same. So I think maybe we'll just go with the plaid, and we can do plaid, and we'll save this one. So that's just a 1-inch strip, and let me see once here. Get my pieces out and my inside, the inside of my card. I've got a cardinal that was stuck in the envelope. Hey, Levon said crumb cake and plaid. What else are we seeing here? Carla said plaid. Cindy said plaid with cherry cobbler. So let's go to crumb cake with plaid or cherry cobbler with plaid. What do you think? Cherry cobbler, crumb cake. Either one of those. It'll be a great card either way. So I love, these are so simple. You can just, and once you make them, you're going to go like, oh, I want to make another one right away because it's so fun. So we're going to put our inside in there, and then we're going to use either the crumb cake or the cherry cobbler like this or like that. Definitely pops, doesn't it? What's on that side? There's just that little bit, so you can do it like that. Mistletoe. Let's see what we can see the comments. Plaid, 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 crumb cake, plain, plaid. Hey, Kelly, crumb cake, cherry cobbler. Oh, goodness sakes. I don't know. I think maybe we probably have one more crumb cake than we do cherry cobbler. We're going to use the crumb cake because I think that was the winner, but I'm not positive. I will just do this, and we're going to put that aside. And, okay, so it's got the crumb cake in there. I'm not going to use that one. Could use that one maybe too. I don't know. I sort of like this one better. I think we'll do that. Okay, so we're going to wait and see for a second here. And I'm going to put my white piece in first. So I already have this cut 1 1/4 inch. And we're going to put our white inside in. And it's just going to go right in here like this. Oops, ran out of tape. I knew I was going to run out, but I wasn't, and I have another refill right here too. Here's another one, but I have another one already loaded, so I keep a couple right next to me. There we go. We'll take that away, and there's our inside, and now we can put this down, our little flap, so it makes it offset. We're going to just leave that one up for a second so you can see better. There we go. And it goes like that. And then this is going to, whoops, that doesn't look very even. Looks like it needs to be bone folded properly. It looks like it's a skew. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit, because that is not, I think it's maybe just off a hair. Just trim it with my big scissors like this. There we go. That works. That works fine. Okay, now let's put our plaid on like that. Hope you all had a good weekend. What did you all do for the Labor Day? Our grandkids started school today. Our grandson Jack, it's the first day of high school. He was not looking forward to it at all. Let's see what's here. We use that, I think. And I like the darker green in there. And then we have Max and Bo are in middle school. They're in 6th grade and 7th grade. And Kate is back in elementary school, and she's in 4th. And then we have our grandchildren in San Francisco. They used to live in Mexico, but now they live in San Francisco. Our grandson JP started high school 2 weeks ago already. So there we have that. And now we're going to put, and then our other grandson Jonathan is in 7th grade. He's in middle school. So he started last week. So this is the spotlight on nature. So we're going to use that. And we're just going to put that on nice and flat. I'm going to show you the other card right here. And you can see bits and pieces of it. I'm not going to get too much glue toward the edge because it's going to hang over like this. It's going to hang just like that. And that looks good. I didn't get any glue right there. Let's see. How are we doing? And I don't know why the comments are scrolling. I see people commenting, but they're not moving. So, hey, Lisa, plaid. Now I can see some of them, but they're just not moving very fast. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I've got a bunch of ephemera that I picked out. Right here it is. And I'll tell you what, one of the keys to ephemera is using your wink of Stella. This is one of your best friends. So we're going to use I'm going to put down some little pieces like this. I think we're going to use this pretty plaid like that. I think we'll do it like this. I'm going to put that one down first. I'm going to just a little bit. I'm going to have it hanging off the edge. It's almost like a flap that they can pick up. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this crumb cake one. I think that crumb cake is really pretty in there. And we're going to use, it's going to put it like this. That's all loose. And we're going to use a cardinal on this one, I think. We used the poinsettia on that one, so I think we'll use the cardinal. I'm going to use some branches, put some branches in there. Let's just sort of do a dry fit. How's this going to be? I don't know. And we've got some candy canes. I sort of like the candy canes too. It doesn't have anything to do with cardinals, but I do like that look. Let's see. Let's use the longer ones. Let's put it like that and like this. I don't know about you, but I think this I really love the way Stampin' Up! has added ephemera to some of our designer papers. Makes it a little trickier to divide up a pack, but for classes, but it still is, it's pretty neat, I think. Okay, let's see. I think that's going to work, and then we're going to add some candy canes someplace. I don't know about the candy cane. Let's see what else we have in there. I got some more holly. I got this holly. I think we're going to use that for sure. I think that'll be good. We're going to add that holly right there. And like that. And let's see what else we have in our little box of goodies. If there's anything else that I might want to use. I've got there's another piece of holly right there. And I've got a little Christmas stocking. Nothing really goes very well with birds, I think. There's a tree. That might be good someplace. Like you would have a bird in a tree. Nice little present. I like that deep red there. Okay, that's enough to play with, otherwise we'll get confused. Let me set that there. I like the tree idea, so I'm gonna just stick that right there. And let's see how that might be. That's probably gonna work. Okay, and I'm gonna just add that evergreen tree down here, tuck it in. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. These you have to add adhesive to. These are not stickers. So I'm just going to pick these up like that. And now I'm gonna pop up that cardinal, and we're gonna pop him up and put some dimensionals on him. Just like this. There we go. Really pretty. So I do love this package of paper, and I'm definitely going to have some Christmas classes with this. Let's see if we can stick some holly in there someplace. Mistletoe, rather. I think we'll put it right there. That's going to be a good spot for it, I think. It's a little hole. There we go. It's a little bit spread out. I like this one better, but anyway, that's just the way it is. Sometimes on camera, it's a little bit trickier to work, to get things figured out and move along quickly. Oop, I got another holly leaf here. Just set that aside. And now we need some, do you like that? Do you like the green better or the crumb cake better? So now we've got some of these dots. Let's see what's, and I used gold on that one because I wanted to use that for the poinsettia. I think these are so flat. You're just gonna love these when you get them. Oh my gosh, they're so flat. They're just about as thin as the paper. So I think we are going to use the red. I don't have a lot of red left. But let's see, let's add a nice big red one up here. Draws your eye up there, and then we're gonna do a small or medium one and a small one. Oops, they're so flat. They're sticking to the designer paper. Let's see, once here, we'll put one right there. And another tiny one, the smaller red one, we're gonna add right there next to it. Not much of a triangle, I don't really like that. I think we'll move that down here so it's a triangle. So now your eye is drawn from there to makes a triangle like that. Okay, you don't have to do that, but it does, it is sort of nice when you have that. There's some red ribbon that would go on here too, but I did not. This is that shiny, satiny red ribbon that comes with a traditional set. But I don't know, I didn't think it needed it, but I thought it would be really pretty on there. Now let's add some words from our little set here. And then we're gonna be finished. That will be done, we'll be done. So we have, well, we won't be quite done. I want to show you a couple other things. So we're gonna add some words to this. We're gonna do Merry Christmas. So we're gonna just do, I'm gonna punch out the Merry Christmas. It's punched out, and now I'm going to take it and split this because it's already split, and I'm gonna take off the stickers, just like that. Oops, but where did my, oh, it went in the wastebasket along with my take your pick tool. Okay, we're gonna put Merry Christmas right on that, right there. And then we're on the inside. We're gonna lift this up. And what are we gonna put on the inside? Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, 'tis the season, season's greetings. Let's see what else we have here. From our house to yours, we'll use that. From our house to yours. So we'll just punch that out and take off the sticker. I've never seen where we have seen punch outs that have stickers on them. There we go. I am so sorry, ladies. I cannot read the comments. They are not showing through, so they're not coming through at all. But I don't know what is the deal with these recently, but I'm sure it'll change again. Okay, let's add a little bit of Winka Stella on this, and then on that cardinal. I'm sorry, but I love to go back and read your comments later. So I'm going to just add a little bit of Winka Stella on all those holly berries, like that. I'm going to add a little bit on the holly leaves and a little bit on that Christmas tree. And you can do whatever you want. And there's our card. Which is your favorite? Do you like the crumb cake one or the poinsettia, the cardinal or the poinsettia? Which is your favorite of those? Here's the envelope for that. Let me show you another card. This will be in one of my traditional. Oh, here's that same card that I just made, only this time I added layers to it. This is a little bit more stepped up. So when you see my directions, I'm going to give you the directions for this card too, because but this one uses like 3/8 and 7/8, and I don't really like to do that when I'm having ladies cut cardstock and designer paper in a class. They cut their own designer paper in a full-fledged class, but I love that. I love the wreath with the cardinal. That would have been a better choice than that. That's a little bit busy. But anyway, so that's another version, just like that. So you can see that card, and I have those measurements for you. So don't worry, they'll be posted. They're all done, all typed up. And let me show you another card too, another two more cards that I made, because I couldn't, this is not for today's class, but this is for my traditional Christmas paper one. And here we go with that. There's one, and here's the version with the plaid side. Oh, excuse me. So there's the plaid, or there's the the poinsettia foil part. But you get the gist. Let's turn the camera up. These are so fun. You are going to absolutely love making these. Send me a photo if you can message me. Close your eyes. We're going to turn the camera back. And you can message me. Do your own card and have fun. You can use all kinds of paper. Anything you have, you can make these cards with. And then don't forget, tomorrow, it'll be time to... Thank you. Yeah, they're beautiful and they're easy. That's exactly right, Cindy. That is thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. Thank you, Levon. Hey, Jeanne, good to see you this morning. Oh, Brenda, I'm glad you love these. Now that you can start. Oh, hey, Rosalind. What did Rosalind say? Oh, you love the plaid. Yes, yeah. Okay, so tomorrow, order your new products. If you are still needing a catalog, please let me know. I have put some in the mail last week, and then some went out through Stampin' Up. And then also tomorrow, the online exclusives start and the new kits. I think there'll be 2 new kits. I'm hoping, who knows, I think one will be maybe Christmas and one will be Halloween. We don't know. They don't always tell us. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up, and I appreciate all the shares and all that. All right, I will see you next week. Next week, I'll be able to open up the catalog, and I'll be able to show you some other new Christmas things, Halloween things, fall. Actually, there are no Halloween projects, samples, products in the catalog. Those are all online. They were introduced last month already, so no Halloween, but all Christmas and fall, everything else. Alrighty, everyone have a great day, and I hope you have some time to do some crafting, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.